Good morning, operators. Stand by. Stand by. Coffee's hot, frequency's alive. 145.430. You're listening to the morning hum. This is the Coffee Break Net. Steam rising but the sunrise glows. Signals bouncing nice and low. Foothill light and silicon sky. Morning check-ins rolling by. Call sign ready, mic in hand. Voices drifting through the band. RF dancing in the air. Someone's mobile somewhere out there. Heat up, drop your sign. One at the time, you're sounding fine. Sip so don't rush the day. Net control will lead the way. Coffee on the console, radio's awake. Morning on the machine, give and take. Voices in the speaker, smooth and clean. So like riding on the beam. Checking out, don't hesitate. This is how we caffeinate. From the hills to the bay. W6EK Echo Kilo starts the day. Check in. AllStarLink been feeling strong. Echolink brings friends along. Mobile bass or handheld tight. Everyone's sounding right. Morning traffic rolling through. Signal reports 5x2. Laughing in between the keys. Coffee cup and beat my R's. Mic drop, carry a tone. You're never really alone. One more round, take your place. Good vibes on the interface. Coffee on the console, radio's awake. Morning on the machine, give and take. Voices in the speaker, smooth and clean. Sunlight riding on the beam. Check it out. Don't hesitate. This is how we caffeinate. Morning voices, RF stream. Coffee break, live on the machine. Good morning, operators. Stand by. Coffee's hot. Frequency's alive. Good morning, operators. Stand by. Good morning. Voices. Stand by. Stand by.
Good morning, everyone. Wait a minute. Had to have that morning cough. It's time for the Coffee Break Net. The Coffee Break Net is sponsored by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club on the W6EK Repeater located in Auburn, California. I'm Theta, W6EWF, and along with Gerry, W6E, we shall be your net control hosts and conversation facilitators for the day. Let's see who's out there who wants to run a quick in and out, get your day started, and get on the road. Who's there?
November 2, Kilo Victor. Kilo Display 6, Sierra Lima Echo. Kilo Display 6,
Sierra Mark.
This is Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Whiskey Yankee, Rachel, Long Beach, California.
Kilo.
Wow. Hang on.
KJ5 Golf Whiskey November.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what I heard, and then there was a whole bunch of stuff I didn't hear. KJ5 GWN, we got you on the list. KE9 AWY, we heard you. KC6 SLE. N6EKV and N2DYI, and a whole bunch of people landing on top of one another. So who else was out there?
KC8 Fox Queen Mark KC8FQV.
Kilo November 6, Whiskey Quebec Uniform K and 6WQ. Good morning. KD6 CDQ. Kilo Delta 6, Charlie Delta, Quebec. Rick, North Highlands.
Kilo Delta 6 Charlie Whiskey Uniform, George in Cameron Park.
Okay, I'm going to cut that list off for now. We got KD6CWU, KD6CDQ, and KN6WQU, AC8FQV. We added you to the list. So I'm going to run up to the top of my list here to Patrick. Good morning. You're up bright and early. Well, maybe you're not. N2DYI. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Theta. Wow, I am surprised I actually got in first. I'm on a simplex all-star node, so I figured everyone else would have, man, with all those doubles and triples and home runs, I am very, very surprised.
Honestly, we recognized the sound of your voice just with the little snippets, so there you are.
Yeah, I guess I'm somewhat recognizable. I guess that's a good thing, depending on who you ask. Anyway, I am going to get in and out of here pretty quick. I'm going to, actually, we're about to head out to Music Go Around, which is a used music gear place. I'm shopping for an electric guitar. It's been a while since I've had access to one of those, and I want to do some experiments that involve having one, and I don't. And then at 1 o'clock, I've got a telehealth appointment thingy, so got to get all that done. And at some point during all that, I have a couple of things I need to ship. So got to run around and get a whole bunch of stuff done, and then come back home and do more stuff.
Well, a busy day for you. Well, you go out and have fun running around doing that. I hope you find a good and affordable electric guitar. So you'll have fun playing with that. Tell your mom hello. I'm sure she's the one chauffeuring you around. So you two have a great day, and tell her to watch out for the crazy people.
Yep, we'll definitely do that. I'm not too worried about finding an affordable guitar. The question is, will it be an affordable guitar worth having? and then I got to talk about accessories. Anyway, that's a whole rabbit hole. Anyway, catch you guys later. Have a good one. W6EWF and 2DYI.
You have a great day too, Patrick. N6CKB, good morning, Carl. What are you up to today?
Good morning, Theta, Gerry, and Rocky. Well, I was just wondering how the RV saga is doing.
Well, we have a guy who's coming by to look at it today. Gerry's warned him about the woes of registering it in California, and he says he understands, so we're being very upfront with it. And but he's going to come look, and, you know, things may be starting to move.
That's good to hear. Good luck with that. Yeah, other than that, not much going on here. Finished up my doctor's visits for the week, so I'm okay, and gonna just hang out today.
Well, when it gets a little bit warmer, go hang out in the sunshine. It's a beautiful day to collect a little natural vitamin D.
Oh yeah, since they've worked on my back, I'm able to walk more, so I've been walking quite a bit more, so I'm outside anyway. So thank you, Theta.
Well, I'm glad to hear that your back is feeling better. I understand the issues of being in constant pain, so I'm glad that that's giving you some relief. And get out and get walking, and that helps too. Well, you have a great day, and say hi to Ruth for us.
Will do. Everyone have a good Thursday. This is N6CKV. I'm going to say 73, and thanks for running the net there, Theta and Gerry.
7-3, Carl. This is W6EWF KC6SLE. Good morning, Graydon.
Good morning, Theta. Good morning, Gerry. Just pulling off 80 into Weimar, going over to Jim's to meet up with some fellow hams. I think Brian and Dennis are going to join us, and we're going to pack up a bunch of stuff for the Loomis Ham Fest.
Yes, that is heading straight for us like a train, isn't it? It will be here before we know it. Yeah, good. That'll help the club earn a little bit of money. Maybe some other people get a little bit of money out of it.
There's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of good stuff, so I would encourage people to check it out.
Indeed, indeed. We will talk more about the Ham Fest, which will be on the 28th of March. So we'll talk more about that later. You guys have fun loading all that stuff up. You're going to look at it and go, ooh, I could use that. So there may be some pre-sales going on.
My goal today is I'm going to bring everything back in the trailer to take down to Loomis when the time comes. But my goal is not to take anything from there or the truck into the house. There's a point to where once in a while I look around and say, I got too much stuff.
I understand. We all have too much stuff. Well, you guys have fun doing that, and don't hurt yourselves. And good. That's a good project for you to do today. Go out and load all that stuff up, and the club will thank you.
It'll be fun. Everyone have a great day. 73 is KC6SLE.
This is W6EWF KE9AWY. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I saw all that pile, so I'm like, I'm deciding not to fight it. I would probably, I don't know, I'm on Transceive. I got my All-Star to work. I had to fight it. But got it to work. I think Repeater phone had some issues, figured out how to do it on Transceive on the Max. I'm back on, and then I saw the other problem, the whole triples and doubles and, the quadruples and the quintuples or whatever you want to call it, the sextuples, And I'm like, oh, Rachel's not biting that one. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well, just cleaning out emails and stuff like that. And yeah, have a net tonight, so I have to prepare for that and listen to Newsline. We played Newsline. I'm net control first Thursday. I'm glad I got my transceive fixed. So, yeah.
Very good. Well, yes, I think you were just the last man standing in that little nest of calls, and so we eked you out, and here you are. Well, I hope you have a good time on your net, and that it goes well for you.
Thank you. Yes, that bit of noise. I'm like, oh boy, that sounds really, really bad. Nobody's gonna hear anything. I heard Mark. I heard KC8FQP. I guess you didn't, but I wouldn't be. But like, it was so. I didn't hear some of the other ones, but yeah, it was so much noise that it was very interesting. But yeah, otherwise, I've just been sorting through legal paperwork, and we're trying to shake a ex-girlfriend of my boyfriend's, and kind of creating a new life, and I'll be moving back to the Midwest in hopefully a month at most, maybe two, when things are more settled and we have an actual established apartment. So, but that and clearing out emails and figuring out passwords and my own medical bills have been keeping me plenty busy. So yeah, thanks about the net. That'll be fun. That's on the W6EK Repeater. If you want to come, the local-ish, but they allow all-star check-ins, and it's kind of like this, right? 66090 is ASL node, so it's at 6 p.m. California time, 8 p.m. Central. So come by the Badger Prairie Roundtable net. It's pretty informal. So yeah, I'll be net control tonight. So anyway.
Very good. Well, enjoy your net, and I understand the issues of messing with paperwork. So get back to it. You want to get clean through that stuff. You have a great day, Rachel. I'm glad that you checked in.
Yep, paperwork never gets smaller. I was going to joke on the other net, and I guess I'll say it here, you know. You look at it, and paperwork's like, can you get smaller? No, you can't. And you just get annoyed. Anyway, yeah, have a good day, everybody. Have a good day. And 73 to you, NCS. And thanks for letting me check in. And I'm glad I made it through the din of noise. And hopefully whoever else didn't get registered will. And not registered, checked in. And, you know. So anyway, 73 to everybody. And have a good day. And, yeah. From KE9AWY, Rachel, Long Beach, California, back to net control.
K9AWI, this is W6EK KJ5GWN. Good morning, Will. How's Oklahoma? Have those fires gone out?
Good morning, Theta. Yeah, for the most part. We're under a dense fog advisory till about 11 o'clock local, which is 9 o'clock Pacific. So it's very foggy here. And so anyway, not doing too much here. Just got a cup of coffee, listening to the $100,000 Pyramid with Michael Strahan on Game Show Network, and just being lazy today. I got an email straightened out that I needed to get straightened out, so I got some reorganizing done in my freezer and in my ice box. So that's all I've been doing today. Anyway, not doing too much here. Back over to you, Theta. This is KJ5 Golf Whiskey November.
Well, you have a good day and keep listening in. Good for you for reorganizing your freezer. I'm sure you found things you've forgotten. You have a lovely day, and I'm glad that you checked in, Will. This is W6EWF, KC8FQV. Mark, good morning.
Well, good morning, KC8FQV. Yeah, we got 7, or no, yeah, I was going to say 7. I was just counting. I seen a 7 while I was counting something. But no, we got 50 degrees out here. And it was foggy this morning. So now it's, but everything else is going good. Stopped at a couple of nets. Yeah, we're just looking over at Mahan out in Pennsylvania. They were talking on the morning grind about there's a group of search people, I guess, and they must, use dogs, horses, and that to search. And of course, they use ham radio to communicate, and the GMRS, which is not as far a distance, but you have a group working with GMRS searching, and you have one ham, they can do the relay in it. But yeah, I did my normal nets all last night. It was busy. And I can't recall, I was going to look at the website. I'm trying to think. I looked at the website. I was trying to think, is there a calendar in there that tells you when all the nets are at? I was looking one time. I have to go back and look again to look at W6EK, I think it is, if I did it right. I know it's 6EK. It's W or K, but I think it's W. But everything else is going good. Yeah, I took my, I got to go take another batch of pills, the normal pills. I took my 3 morning ones I got later on today. Got to take them again. I don't know, I guess whatever the COVID is, it's supposed to take it out. But everything else is going good. Yeah, raspy a little bit. So we'll send it back to net control, KCFQV.
Oh, Mark, you sound really good. Go take care of that cough. Glad that you checked in. K9WQU. Good morning, Dan. What exciting things do you have going today?
Woohoo! Got a new call sign today. Right on. Anyway, this is KN6WQU. Well, it's another day, another dollar for me, another beautiful day in North Highlands. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but it's not too terribly bad. So just here, sitting here on the side of the house, just took Zane off to the school. The teachers are doing a strike today, so there's that. So really nothing new on the home front. Everything's all still the same. So hopefully we can get some answers soon, but for now I'm just having to reset the AC system, get it to come back on and all that. So anyway, that's where we are. This is KN6WQ. That's pretty much all I got. Hope everybody has a great day.
Well, you have a great day, too, and I'm sure that Zane would be glad to be your able helper since he doesn't have school. He might learn more from you. I bless the teachers. We do appreciate them. Anyway, you have a great day. I'm glad that you checked in. This is W6EWF for the Coffee Break Net, KD6CDQ. Rick, good morning.
Good morning, Theta, Gerry, and Lynette. This is KD6CDQ, Rick, in beautiful downtown suburban North Highlands. Looks like another lovely day out there today. I kind of like this. I was getting so sick and tired of all the rainfall we were having. But now I'm looking at all the grass I got to cut. Give me a break.
Yeah, our pasture down, the second pasture down, looks like it went from very nice clipped short green grass to knee-high in like 2 days. So, yes, get out there and get that grass being cut before it's too high for your lawnmower to handle.
Well, Betty, it's taller than you are. Oh, boy, that really makes your day. Feel like you're out there in the jungle. Anyway, that's my problem. I'll have to kind of figure out sooner or later. But I hope everybody has a great day today, and if you don't have high grass to cut, God bless you. And I'll see the rest of our folks tonight on the Sierra Foothill Amateur Radio Net. This is KD6CDQ, Rick in beautiful downtown North Highlands, saying 73s.
7-3, Rick. Good luck cutting the grass. KD6CWU, George. You guys must have gotten your call signs very close together. KD6CWU. Nope, well, I'll put him down as an in and out, and hope he hasn't abducted by aliens. Well, let's see, there were so many people there. Let's do another quick list of in and outs before we get down to serious business. Who's out there wants to do an in and out?
November 6th, Foxtrot, Mike Delta, Jimmy in Fair Oaks.
Alpha India 666 Sierra, Brian, Mr. Mobile.
Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Mike Romeo, over.
Okay, we got, was it Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Mike Romeo?
Over.
Okay, got you on the list. Brian, AI6US, and N6FMD. Did I miss anybody in this batch?
Kilo Bravo 6, Lima Uniform Victor, Red. Good morning.
Brett, okay, KB6LUV, got you on the list. Jimmy, N6FMD, good morning.
Good morning, Theta and everybody on the net. N6FMD. My parents are still in town, but they're sleeping in, so I'm going to go sneak in a photo before they wake up. As you guys know, my daughter got married last Friday, and then, of course, today is my wife's birthday. So she woke up to flowers this morning. She gets to work half a day, go have lunch with her sister-in-law and her mom, and then this afternoon we're all going to celebrate it with her, and then we're going to go to the Olive Garden. We love the place, but the carb count is so high, but we figure once a year is probably okay for us to go out and splurge a little bit and spend some time together. So that's what I got going on this morning. Back to net.
That's right. Well, that's a good reason to splurge. I'm sure the wedding went off beautifully, and your darling daughter is launched her new life, right?
Yeah, it was really awesome. It was a lot of fun. I got 3 daughters. This is the second one to get married, and it was a lot of fun. Everybody had a great time. They all commented on how beautiful everything was, and it was really nice. It was very good, and they took off to Hawaii. I think his grandparents own a house on one of the islands. Can't remember which one, but they had to fly in, stay the night on one of the islands, and then do a jumper over to the island they're actually staying on. So they're having a good time and sending us some photos, and we're taking care of their dog. We call him No Legs Huey. He got attacked as a little pup, and
it kind of paralyzed his rear legs. He can hop around, and yeah, he does pretty good considering. But yep, she took him over. She was a vet at the time, a vet tech, and I'd asked her one time, you know, why out of all the dogs that you work on did you choose this one? And her comment was, well, Daddy, nobody else can take care of him, and I know how to. So can't argue with that logic.
Oh, she's a kind soul, and I agree. That's good logic. Well, good. Well, enjoy the dog, and enjoy all of the things you plan on doing today, so including Olive Garden. We ate there a couple of weeks ago, and they do small portions now, so you don't have to get the 3 days' worth of carbs in one plate.
That's good news. Well, I just thought I'd check in this morning. I still have a busy week till next Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'll be traveling for work. So, been running, but it's a good time. Really glad to have my parents in town. They live out in Derby, Kansas, so I don't get to see them that often, and I don't make it home as often as I'd like to, about twice a year. So, it's really good to have them here for, well, a good solid almost 2 weeks. So I'm enjoying that time. Anyway, it's a quick in and out, so I'll hand it back to you, get some more people out there on the air. I really appreciate you guys doing the net this morning and every morning that you do it. Every Thursday, that is, and I'll say 73.
7-3, Jimmy. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Brian, AI6US, you're off to load up stuff in the truck, in the trailer, right?
Good morning. Hey to everybody on the net. AI6US, Brian, Meta Vista, headed towards Weimar. Yes, we're getting ready. Heard you get a check-in from Graydon, and yeah, loading. We've been picking up stuff, delivering stuff, getting everything sorted out with Jim WA8MPA for the upcoming Ham Fest. So yeah, can hopefully get an hour and a half or so into that. Then I'm meeting with the Meadow Vista chapter of the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club for coffee.
That sounds like a very worthwhile morning, so you'll have a good time.
I know we will, definitely. Great folks to hang out with, but yeah, beautiful day. Just driving through the sunshine here, looking up at the blue skies with the Sierra Mountains right in front of me. It can't get more beautiful than this. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for running the net. AI6US.
Well, you and the rest of the guys have fun loading that stuff up, and have fun hanging out, having a cup of coffee. So we'll hear from you later. You have a great day. This is WA6EWF. Let's see, KO6KMR. Robert, good morning.
Well, good morning to you and to the group here. Doing my regular routine. Going to the gym this morning, drinking a cup of coffee, listening to y'all guys, and studying the extra class. Got 4 more classes, not counting the review session, which is the last class, and learning a lot of stuff, and actually looking forward to taking the test and getting through the thing over.
Very good, very good. Well, the next test our club's going to do is April the 6th, so you'll be done before that and all studied up and ready to go in and just get a great score and get your new ticket.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Not doing too bad with it right now. You know, I keep going through it over and over and over again, so it kind of ingrains in your brain after a while. But the 6th will work out great because our last cram session is the 4th, so that'll keep it fresh in my mind. Over.
Orion plans that kind of thing out so well. Yes, it'll be all fresh in your mind, and you'll do great.
Good morning.
For the support, and on that positive note, I'm just going to say Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Mike Romeo, out, and I'll listen for a bit and then head over to the gym. Over.
Well, you have a great day, Robert. KB6LUV, good morning, Brett. I hear your mom, Bonnie, has gone back to Kansas, so things are probably quieter in your house.
Good morning, Theta, Gerry, Rocky, and everybody in Coffee Break Net land, and Mom back in Newton, Kansas. Yes, ma'am, a little bit more quiet, but a whole lot more organized, and thanks again, Mom. She came in and put some order to this house that had not been in for a couple years just because of things, life happening, but Mom came in and did that mom thing, and man, I'm thankful.
That's great. Yes, doing the mom thing, I understand. Well, I'm sure she enjoyed doing it. I'm also sure that she got home and went, I don't have to do anything.
Well, maybe not. My mother is a unique, wonderful soul. She has the energy of a 5-year-old, I think. I mean, I got tired watching her, so she's wonderful. I don't know how she does it, quite honestly.
Well, good for her, and hope she does rest up after taking care of you guys. No matter how much energy you've got, it's always nice to get home and get back to your own routine and your own schedule and the things that you need to do. So, yeah, we're glad that you had a great visit with her, and glad she's safely back home and doing her own thing now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad that she's back safe as well. I've obviously been in touch with her. She says to say hello to everybody on the Coffee Break Net land. She will be back and be able to put her voice on the air once again when she visits again. So, other than that, not a whole lot going out here in South Natomas, Sacramento. That orange ball is in the sky, and it's looking lovely, although it's a little bit breezy out there, so it's a little chilly, so don't let that smooth taste fool you out there. It's still a little cool out there, so probably going to be on the warmer side of the door for a little while, maybe out and get outside a little bit later to absorb some of that sunshine. So, all right, well, in light of keeping this quick in and out, Theta, Gerry, Rocky, thank you all for being there, running the net this morning. It's always a pleasure to hear you. Everybody out there in Coffee Break Net land, have an incredible day. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. KB6LUV. Be of love. 73. Clear and listening.
You have a great day, Brett, and thanks for checking in. We always like to talk to you. This is W6EK for the Coffee Break Net. National Days today. It is Cinco de Marzo. You've heard of Cinco de Mayo? This is Cinco de Marzo. This is when you start getting your liver ready for all of the drinking that's coming up in 12 days. It's St. Patrick's Day. So go out and have a margarita. It was made up by some guy who was in a Mexican restaurant on the 5th of March, and the whole place was dressed in green getting ready for St. Patrick's Day, and he said, well, there must be some way to tie these two holidays together. And someone once said that it was really cruel that St. Patrick's Day is in the middle of Lent, but there you are. It is Multiple Personalities Day. If you have a multiple personality, please let us know which one we're talking to. It's also Name Tag Day. So you can put on the name tag for whichever personality you are expressing at the moment. It's Kyrgyzstan Hat Day. You know that little triangular hat that they wear that's very iconic. It's Absinthe Day, not absent, but absinthe, the green drink that supposedly makes you crazy. I guess you drink that on Cinco de Marzo because it's green. No, you'd need to drink that on St. Patrick's Day. It's Cheese Doodle Day. You can have that with your absinthe. It's Potty Dance Day. All of the net controls know what that one is. It's Reel Film Day, R-E-E-L, film. When's the last time you saw something on real film? Even the movie theaters work off of a thumb drive now. And it is St. Piran's Day. It is the Cornwall patron.
Theta, this is W6BJN. N9
Golf 9, Mike.
All right, let's see. We got KG9M, Frank, and N9MUF, Daniel, and Mark, WB6BJN. Did we miss anybody?
KO6TH. Good morning, Theta.
KO6TH, got you on the list. Okay, well, let's see. I guess we go up to Mark, WV6VJN. I don't think anybody else claimed in and out, so you got it.
Yeah, okay. And good morning, Theta. Good morning, Gerry. Good morning to everybody. And for Brett in Newton, for your mom in Newton, Kansas, I checked the weather in Newton, and they're going to have some thunderstorms, severe weather tomorrow. And I'll talk about that a little bit. She should be okay, hopefully. But there is some severe thunderstorms expected there tomorrow. Not bad today, and once she gets through tomorrow, things will be good Saturday. And then there's another system for next week, but we'll talk a little bit about that here in a few minutes. Theta, I hope you're doing well. We're doing well here, and can't complain too much. It wouldn't do me any good if I did. So that's pretty much the deal there, Theta. And how are things with you?
Oh, we're doing just great, having a good time. So looking forward to hearing about lovely weather. Actually, I think we're going to have rather boring weather forecast for the next few little bits.
Dry weather. We really need a little more rain, believe it or not, to ensure normal for the end of the year. But that could still happen at the end of the month and into April. And they need a little more snow even in the Sierras, even after what you had. Is just barely, really, believe it or not, with all that dry weather in February, in the first, part of the long dry spell, just really has brought it just to around normal. And the snow in the mountains does not have a lot of water content because it was pretty powdery snow, so could use a little more in the Sierras, but doesn't seem likely in the foreseeable future right now. So, the reason it's windy is there is a low pressure area that came through yesterday, and we refer to that type of low pressure area as a inside slider low pressure area. It came on show. There was actually two of them. One came through at the very first of the week. It was somewhat shallower and weaker. The one that came through yesterday was strong, but it was dry. So it came in from the Pacific Northwest. Let me take a break. That low pressure area is now in the Great Basin, and high pressure is building back in behind that low. So that low pressure area is aligned in such a way that it sets up a a true northwesterly wind flow. Through California, going from north to south, and so that's why it's breezy and going to get breezier this afternoon. In fact, in the valley, there could be winds up to 60 miles per hour, 40 miles an hour on the western side of the San Joaquin Valley. If you're going into the Sierras, there could be some winds that turn more northeasterly, and because of that low, and that high and the combined high pressure off the coast, that could cause northeast winds that could blow up to 50 miles an hour over peaks and ridges, and they're dry winds. Fortunately, we've had enough rain that there in California that the fire danger isn't too high yet. But as we go through the spring, things dry out further from north winds, that's going to be a potential fire problem. And especially so, yeah, if you got high grass cut, keep it cut, because that's going to be a problem later on as we tend to get stronger north winds that come down the valley with those drier cut-off low-pressure areas that drop into the Great Basin. Temperatures getting up into the 70s for the weekend. And parts of the northern Sacramento Valley area could literally could have their first 80-degree weather, Theta, over the weekend and into the first part of next week. So no excuses other than today and tomorrow, and after those winds decrease, you can get outside and get things done that need to get done that you've held off with because of the rain. Back to you, Theta. W6EK.
Well, I know some friends of ours are getting a new roof on their house, so they're glad that there's dry weather. Yeah, we could use a little bit more in the Sierra. We noticed huge clouds over it yesterday, but apparently they weren't very productive. So, it is what it is. We'll just kind of hope we have enough water to get through the summer.
I don't think you'll have too much of a problem this year. If you have another year like this year, it might be a problem. And there's some talk of an El Nino this year coming up in the fall. And that would be good because that would give you more rain. We're losing the La Nina. It's going to ENSO neutral, what they call ENSO neutral, which is normal ocean waters, and then it may go over to an El Nino and that would open the storm door more for the West Coast. So we'll see how that works out. Now, what's happening in the rest of the nation is like spring also, and unfortunately, it's warmer. That's the good thing. But as I've said before, there's a price tag when you have warmer temperatures. So basically, what's happening is we're getting those inside slider lows come through the Great Basin and go into the Rockies and then out into the Plain States, and then once they get to the Midwest and the Mid-South, we have something called the Bermuda High. And the Bermuda High is sets up in Bermuda and can extend into the southeastern United States and into the Atlantic regions, and also affect the weather here and in the Midwest because it opens the door to the Caribbean and the Gulf for moisture, so plenty of moisture. So those low pressure areas that bring dry weather to the part of the Rockies and California become a whole new issue once they get back here, because then they start to pick up that moisture, and guess what? Now we've got showers, thunderstorms, weather outbreaks, and there's one coming for the middle part of next week. And right now, parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri have the potential tonight and again tomorrow night for some severe weather. And so you'd have a cold front that these lows come partially through, but they don't make a clean sweep through, so we keep that warm, moist air out ahead of them, and they move back to the north, give you a day break, and then move back with more thunderstorms. This weekend could be for a lot of area, could be a very high rain risk, especially in Texas, Oklahoma, and parts of the area that could get as much as 6 to 10 inches of rain from thunderstorms. And not to mention that some of those could be severe supercells that could produce tornadic conditions as well. So people need to be very aware of weather over the next few days. And then that's not the end of it. There's another system for next week that comes out of Baja, and it could do somewhat the same thing. It's a little too early to know the extent of that. Once that one for next week gets through, let me take a break. Then strong high pressure could build up in the east and lower pressure in the west, and maybe not bringing a whole lot of weather to California, but a little bit cooler temperatures, and then bringing some cold weather back to the east and Midwest, which could cut off the moist subtropical air as high pressure moves in onto the eastern seaboard again. But we're in the beginning of severe weather season, and the first potential outbreak of severe weather is on our doorstep a little bit. Not so much for Tennessee yet, but for a lot of the other area to the west. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep everybody posted. Back to you there, Theta, WB6BJN.
Well, thanks for that rundown, Mark. I hope that you and Sarah are having a great day and that everything's going well for you.
Everything is going pretty well. I got a report back from a doctor the other day that says I have a rare immune deficiency disease, vasculitis, and it's in my kidneys. And I don't feel bad, but what he says is that my body can attack the small blood vessels in the kidneys. And it could be caused from high blood pressure. It could have been caused from my diabetes. But I haven't had diabetes that long, so what they want to do, they want to go in and do a biopsy to see where I am with that and get it under control. I guess it could go, with the right meds, it can go into remission, or it can even completely go away if we catch it early. So I'm waiting for them to call me, and I have to go in for a biopsy, and it's pretty simple. I guess they stick a needle in you. You lay on your stomach, and they stick a needle into your kidneys. They numb you. And you hold your breath and think good thoughts about something else good, and hope it doesn't hurt. So I'm waiting on that, and hopefully everything's going to be okay there. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I hope that everything is okay indeed. That just doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, but hey, you know, if they can say we've caught this and this is what we can do about it, and it makes things better for you, then good for the doctors.
I asked them, and I said, did I do anything to cause this? And they said, no, probably not. It's a rare thing. Not everybody gets it. And guess what? I got lucky, and I got it. So I'd have never known it until I went in and they found a lot of protein in my kidneys, and that's where they found where this could be a problem because it showed up in the protein. So, oh well, go get it taken care of. I guess that's all I can do. And keep good thoughts and feel good, which I do, and keep going. In fact, we celebrated my birthday, another trip around the sun, and Sarah fixed me a big old steak dinner, and oh boy, was it good. So I had a birthday on Sunday, and turned the big 74 on Sunday. Back to you there, Theta. I flip it around and say, hey, I was 47. That sounds better. Back to you, WB6BJ.
Yep, that does sound better. Hey, nothing wrong with 74. You're just a kid. You have a great day, and say hi to Sarah for us. Always nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Theta. Nice to talk to you. And by the way, for Daniel out there in Illinois, there's going to be a day, I think, in the next few days where it's going to be in the 70s and no thunderstorms. And I think you can go out and I think it's going to happen next Monday or Tuesday. It might be a record breaker in the 70s. And you can go do a POTA. Back to you there, Theta, B6BJ, and I'll catch everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a blessed day.
You have a good day, too, and say hi to Sarah for us. This is W6EK for the Coffee Break Net in 9MUF. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Theta, Gerry, Mark, and the net. Thank you, Mark, for the good weather. I was looking at the weather report this morning, and my weather report and yours agrees. Sunday should be good for some riding, and Monday, my son and I are already planning to get out for our first CW POTA together.
Very good. That will be fun. And I hope you manage to connect a whole bunch of people.
Well, the plan will be to go to the park where we've got a little more of a footprint in terms of people coming through, so we'll have the radiogram pad ready. And I figured out the WinLink app for it as well, so if people would prefer to use a phone rather than writing it out, or if their handwriting is similar to mine. Might ask them to do it on my phone, but yeah, we'll be in good shape. I've got the decoders ready so my son can handle the logging, and it'll be a lot of fun. Comfortable with the smaller key, and just looking forward to see what the radio does on 5 watts of CW.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. You'll have a good time, and I hope you make lots of contacts.
I just hope I have a great time out there with my son. That's always been the best part of these POTAs. The other really cool radio thing that happened is last night, somebody found somebody calling CQ, and came back to him, and he responded, and as the conversation went on, which I suspected was the case, he said that I was his first CW contact. Managed to slow the keyer down as far as I could. Couldn't get it any slower, unfortunately, but tried to insert some Farnsworth spacing, and went in to tell my wife that, I got to be somebody on the other side of somebody's first CW contact, and then came back and he had sent me an email thanking me for the contact.
Oh, very good. How nice. Yes. It's interesting how when the FCC said, okay, you don't have to do code anymore, there was weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth, and the hubby's going to die, and this is the end of the world. And now there's just this whole group of people who are saying, I think I want to learn CW, which, you might have resented it if you'd had to learn it, but you're doing it of your own volition, and everybody's having a good time with it. I think that's great.
I had to learn it for my Tech Plus and my General at the time. I had some trouble trying to learn it for my Novice because I was made the mistake of trying to memorize it off of a sheet of paper rather than the audio. So my son, as he's trying to learn, he's got the W6EK MP3s. I'm going to make sure he's set up with Morse Mania. And then when he's ready to start sending, I'll make sure that he's got my little V-band adapter. And actually the thing that I need to do now is get a different cable for my straight key and get a splitter so that if I need to, I can switch back and forth between my paddle and my straight key.
Very good. That sounds to me kind of like patting your head and rubbing your stomach. You've got to make a whole set of muscle memory things that are different for those two different pieces of equipment.
True, but I'm used to moving between. In some shows with some of the bands I played in, I've moved back and forth between stand-up bass, mandolin, guitar, and piano, and I've done that seamlessly. So it's going to be something very similar to that. Just remembering the appropriate muscle memory for the individual device, or, in my prior case, the individual instrument.
Oh, well, that gives you a real leg up to do that. Well, excellent. You have a lot of fun.
It will be a lot of fun. My wife got the radiogram pads all bound up, so they look as good as the ones that the ARR sends out. Actually thinking about getting some canary yellow paper so it looks like the old radiogram pads used to. And as I said, we'll have it on a phone as well, just in case they're a little more comfortable typing it in rather than writing it. I don't know if we'll get to send any radiograms or get to collect any, but I figure the more that we can offer people at the time in terms of actually getting on the air and seeing the after effect, the better chance we've got of keeping the hobby present after the encounter in the park.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes. Well, we're gonna have to do that. Create some stuff for the club to hand out for people who want to go do POTUS. I was gonna say sodas, but no, they don't want to carry an extra piece of paper up those mountains. Very good. That's a very good plan. Well, you have fun doing that, and hope you have lots of contacts.
It'll be a lot of fun. That'll be Monday. Sunday, I hope to get the motorcycle out for a quick ride. And then Monday, I get to join the plethora of people from the net who are visiting their doctor, so I'm hoping I'll manage to check in. Maybe I'll manage to check in from the doctor's office. We'll see what happens.
Well, we will be listening for you.
It's always a pleasure. I should say 73 and start with the exercise and the job search and getting the floor weasel out of my chair. Since I stood up to kind of walk around the room when I was talking to you, she immediately said, "Thank you for the chair. It's warm, it's comfortable, it smells like you. It's mine now."
I had one chair that I was pulling out for some guests that were going to be sitting down and painting, and had cat hair on it, and it's been many years since we've had a cat, so they stay with you for a long time. That cat hair will be in there in perpetuity.
Oh, I have found cat hair from several of my prior cats when I go where they like to sleep. One of the cats liked to get inside my shirt drawer if I left it open, and he passed away at the beginning of COVID, and 6 years later I am still finding his orange hair in my shirt drawer.
Yep, they're with you forever. Well, you have a good day, and get ready for your POTA. You're going to have a great time.
The bag is all ready to go. The only thing I'm going to do change or add to it is I'll throw the computer in just as a plan B in case the CW POTA goes sideways and nobody responds to the CQs. 7-3 to y'all on the net. Thank you, Theta. It's always a pleasure. And 9MUF.
In 9MUF, this is W6EWF 73. KG9M. Frank, good morning. You getting all geared up for Hamfest?
Good morning, Theta, Gerry, and everyone on the net. This is Frank Kilo Golf 9 Mike, and yes, I am. We are 22 days away from the event, Saturday, March 28th, at the historic Loomis Train Depot, as you know very well because you help out consistently every year. That is our biggest event, the 10th annual Loomis Hamfest, again on March 28th at historic Loomis Train Station. We're still looking for volunteers, and Theta, I wanted to ask you, since you, Gerry, help out a lot, why do you volunteer, and what do you get out of it, and why should others consider volunteering to help out at Hamfest?
Oh my gosh, we get so much that we get the opportunity to go dark 30. No, seriously, what I get out of it is we meet so many people. I met Bill there in person. It was the only time that I ever got to hug Bill, and that couldn't have happened any other way. That's just the only way that would have happened. So you meet wonderful people, and all of a sudden there are faces that go with those voices, and then you stand around and you talk, and it's just a wonderful event. Even the people who just show up and they want to buy a donut and they zip in and out, you can usually get a word or two out of them about what they're looking for or where they're going. I know I'll let Gerry answer for why he volunteers, for the things he volunteers for.
Good morning, Frank. This is W6EK. I just enjoy it. It's fun to see all the people there. It's just exciting. Plus, if you're actually in need of some part or some coax or radios, there's some pretty good deals there. And if you volunteer, you're there early. If you don't volunteer, you seem to get there early anyway. But it's a social event as much as anything else. Good equipment, good fun people, and I just enjoy it. It's part of the hobby, Why do you go to, in any hobby, why do you go to these big collections of people that share the same interest you do? Because it's contagious.
Absolutely great. I appreciate that, and it is. It's a lot of fun. I've been to a few over the years since I became a member of the club, and just as you said, Theta, you get to meet a lot of the people that you hear on the air that you may not have any other opportunity to meet, and you're there early in the day. You're part of something big, and seeing the cool gear that's out there, and enjoying the donuts and the coffee. It really is a fun time. It really is a fun time, and it's over before you know it, right? Everyone's there early, but we're all done by, most people are done at 11, and the remaining people are done by 1. So it's a short thing, but very important to the club and very rewarding. So I do hope folks who haven't signed up yet to volunteer will. hamfest.w6ek.org is the shortcut, but you can find it just going to the W6EK website, or you can email me or get in touch with Smitty. Anyone will connect you to the teams that are still looking for volunteers. And I'll just drop for a second. So tonight we do have another planning meeting in the club Zoom room, 6 o'clock. It'll be for the team leads, the planning partners, and anyone else who's interested in knowing what's going on. So please attend so we can get updates on where we're all at with the plan and identify any unmet needs and any other concerns that there may be so we can work them out in the remaining 22 days. But I do appreciate all the promotion and help certainly that you and Gerry and the other net hosts provide to this event. And check out, again, hamfest.w6ek.org for more information. It really is a great event, and it's fun to be a part of. So looking forward to seeing folks there. That's all I really have this morning. I hope you are doing well, you and Gerry, and also happy belated birthday to Mark W6BJ. And with that, I'll turn it back to Ned. Kilo Golf 9 Mike.
Well, yeah, Frank, it is a great event. The first time I did it, I wasn't too sure that I was happy about it, but, by the time the sun comes up, it turns into a real party. And, if you want to volunteer for something like directing traffic, if you've always wanted to tell somebody where to go, there's your opportunity. You can volunteer and do that. So, yeah, there are all kinds of places and things, and like I've said before, the more people who volunteer, the less everyone has to do. So look forward to you getting a full complement of volunteers on that. And thanks for giving us the little TED talk on what's going on. Okay. This is W6EWF for the Coffee Break Net. Greg, KO6TH. You were sounding a little distant. Are you down at the boat?
Good morning, Theta. Good morning, everyone. Greg, KO6TH. No, distant. No, I'm at home. I was on my on Echolink, and I guess I wasn't talking right. I am now on RF. Hopefully, I'm coming through okay.
Yeah. Echolink and RF are a little different. They sound different, and so I guess we assume because you were on Echolink, you must not be at home. But yeah, you sound great. So always sound pretty good coming through your systems.
Yeah, in theory, I could check in on with the new voting system. I can actually hit the repeater from the kitchen table with my HT, but it's just more. I don't know. I was cleaning up in the kitchen, so I had Echolink on as I'm walking around. Anyway, so today is Thursday. Tuesday was a boat day, and went down to repair some leaks. Found none, even though there was water in, or had been water in. So that was a bust. One of the guys says, "Well, that's why they make those pumps." Yeah, but I'd still like to find the leak. So I have no idea where the water's coming in. I mean, I know where it's coming in, but I tried to make it do that with the hose. Nothing came in. So frustration there. But anyway, I got some of the wiring cleaned up behind the breaker panel. It was spaghetti's nest, and I got all the grounds. I don't know why they do this. There's a terminal block on the top, so the far end of the door, the access panel that hinges down. On the far end of it, they have this terminal block where all the grounds go. They just go up there, and then they just catch all together. And it's like, why drag all the wires up across that board? I don't know. So I mounted a terminal strip on the side of the hull, down behind the whole thing, and all the grounds are going there now. So that cleans up a whole bunch of stuff. Next is to redo the hot side. And but we'll wait on that for a little more. Anyway, so then last night was the Orion Club got a really good presentation on how to deal with the fact that you can't just pull over to the side of the road and replace something when you're heading for Mars. So that was interesting, and we'll get that out hopefully soon. And then tonight we have the Hamfest meeting and the Thursday night net. So busy week going. Back to you, KS6TH.
Yes, indeed a busy week. Well, you're keeping yourself well entertained. Gerry is scrolling through, and it was just a picture that he passed of the lunar eclipse that was taken over the Grand Canyon, and wow, that was that was a great shot. Well, you have a great day today, and don't work too hard. We'll probably hear you on the weekly net tonight.
Yeah, I'll be checking in for that, VP report and satellite report and anything else that comes up, like a guess at the mystery question, which is always fun. So anyway, I probably should do some yard work too, but I need to get the editing underway, and we'll give that first priority. The grass can grow a little bit more. K6TH. Everybody have a good one. Stay cool. I want to see how the weather's just about perfect outside. So just stay. K6TH. 73.
Indeed. Go out and get some of that good vitamin D. You have a great day, Greg, and we'll hear you tonight. And yeah, have a great day. This is W6EK for the Coffee Break Net. Let's see, who else is out there who wants to in on the Coffee Break Net? Come talk to me.
Morning, Theta in the net. Kilo Golf 6, November, Lima Whiskey.
N6CTC, in and out.
K06IMP.
All right, let's see. I got a call ending in IMP. Can you fill for me, please?
Kilo Oscar 6 India Mike Papa, Matt. Currently mobile in.
That's right. That's right. Okay, we got you. I got N6CTC is an in and out, and KG6 NLW. Frank. So let me catch my mobile here. K06IMP.
Good morning, all on the net. This is Matt. K06IMP. Headed off some work done on the going to do a ride through the drive-through. Just wanted to say good morning. Thank you for doing the net. Doing some photos. Probably going to do another one this afternoon, maybe over towards the center area. Anyway, just wanted to touch base and make sure I'm making the trip. I'm on low power at this point over in Yuba City.
Well, we can hear you. You're barely getting into Mountaintop, but you did get in. So we heard you. You have a safe drive. Watch out for the crazy people out there. This is W6EK N6CTC. Chris, good morning. The coffee man.
There it is. We got the coffee crew. We're the best crew at Hamfest. Where they think they depend on the people who set up and the people who direct traffic and park. But it's the coffee and donuts that fuel everybody. But anyhow, I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, I'm headed out the door to go to the Granite Rock Grill, meeting up with K06CKW and Ramon. And we're going to go have some breakies. So have a great day, everybody. N6CTC.
Well, say hi for us and enjoy your breakfast. This is W6EK, KG6 NLW. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Theta in the net. Kilo Golf 6, November, Lima Whiskey here. And if I would be so bold, Jeff, Kilo Oscar 6, Mike India, who usually checks in, has no radio in the car today, but is listening via the live stream. So good morning to Jeff out there. Not a whole lot going on here, just getting ready, getting going for the day. Quite an interesting week for me, completely backwards from what it normally is. I didn't leave the house at all this week. That's quite odd. If you know what I do for work, you know that is not a great sign for me, us, everyone. Yeah. Anyway, this evening I have a video dropping at 4:55 Pacific time. If you have an Apple computer and you don't know how to properly import your ADA files into Grid Tracker, and yes, you can import all your ADA files into Grid Tracker. It doesn't have to be just FT4 and FT8. Come on by and take a look at the easy way to do it. Just a friendly reminder as well, there is no Northern California SwapNet tonight. No SwapNet tonight or for the foreseeable future. That has been temporarily suspended due to a repeater owner request. So no NorCal swap tonight, but tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific time, Fridays with Frank. Come on by and ask your questions. They can be ham radio related, railroad related, photography related, because I cover all three. I also have a fun little segment at the beginning of the show on Fridays. With that, back to you, Theta. Oh, I timed it out. Theta, Gerry, Rocky, I hope you guys have a great day, and good morning, Coffee Break Net. WA6EWF and WA6EK G6NLW. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you too, Frank, and you have a great day. Sounds like you're keeping yourself busy. Yes, this is WA6EWF, and this is the Coffee Break Net. We have some things coming up. We've talked a lot about the Hamfest on the 28th. That's going to conflict with the monthly breakfast. Says you can expect a small crowd. So if you aren't going to Hamfest, well, if you aren't going to Hamfest, why aren't you going to Hamfest? But at least you can go to breakfast. There probably will not be there is no fox hunt this month. Our monthly meeting is on the 13th at the new location of the Placer County HHS Conference Center and Alvin DeWitt Center. It's really nice. Be sure and bring a food bank donation. We do support the Interfaith Food Bank. And VE testing. Our club will be testing on April the 6th at the Confluence Church campus in Auburn. And the Granite Bay VE group will be testing on March 14th. That's next Saturday at the Israelis Event Center on Auburn Folsom Road at 9 a.m. And the Folsom VE team will be testing on March 19th. And you can find out all the information and register on hamstudy.org. So those are some of the things happening. We are a happening club. And again, in case you haven't been listening and haven't heard, we're looking for a few volunteers for the Hamfest. And the more people who volunteer, the less you have to do, and you get to meet a group of really nice people. This is WA6EWF for the Coffee Break Net. Who else is out there? If you need to be in and out, let me know. I'll put you at the top of the list.
KD3HAN, in and out.
Okay, I had one call. Can I get a clarification on the call, please?
KD3AJN.
Oh, Anna, yes, we got you. So what's up with you today?
Good morning, Theta and Gerry and everyone else on the coffee break today. Not too much. I just had a trip to Pittsburgh to my eye doctor's this morning to get my eyes checked, and that was a good result. Now I'm back home and going to be home the rest of the day. Got some laundry to do and things around the house. Other than that, not much else is going on.
Well, it can make that exciting too, I guess. I'm glad that the doc says your eyes are doing good. Well, we all need to keep our vision going. And although some of us seem to be managing very nicely without, but yeah, I'm glad that your eyes are still good. And you've got lots of things to do at home.
Well, really, Theta, my eyes aren't really good. I can't see it all out of my right eye, and my left eye is very, very little. But I want to keep what I've got. So I keep going to the doctors and getting it checked and making sure the pressure's good. And it was a good report today. Yeah, I can find lots of things to do at home. I thought maybe about taking a nap because I was up, had to leave my house at 6:45 this morning, so I was up at 6 o'clock. So I'm kind of wiped out.
Well, I have discovered that taking a nap is an absolutely essential and delightful thing to do. So, yes, we're always so offended when that alarm goes off and we have to get up before we naturally wake up. So I sympathize with that. Yes, go take a nap and enjoy it. There's some channels on there's one about flying over different parts of the world where they talk about all these things you're looking at flying over. And the guy who narrates it has the most soothing voice, and I can go to sleep on that program in 2 minutes.
Anything to go to sleep. I just recline the couch and put my feet up, and I'm done. Cover up with a blanket, and that's it. And I could be out for a couple hours. But everybody have a great day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. KD3AJN.
Very good, Anna. You have a great day, too. This is W6EWF. Who else is out there? Oh, nothing but crickets. Okay, well, let me tell you, if there's anybody still listening, things coming up. We have the All Nodes Net on Monday at 6 p.m., where we will talk about all things node-related. So that's on the repeater and on AllStarLink 51018. We have an Elmer Net the first and third Wednesday of the month at 7:30 on the repeater, and Eric, W6EMR, runs that and does a very nice job. Alternately, on the second and fourth Wednesday is In the Shack on the Club Zoom room at 7:30, where everybody who has some project going on can talk about it, and if you've got problems, there lots of people who can help you with that too. The weekly net will be tonight at 7:30, where you will hear such important things as the ARRL news, the satellite report, and the infamous mystery question. And now that Ray is no longer with us, I don't have an answer for the mystery question anymore. At least until the end. So, we missed that. First and third Friday is trivia night. Is that tonight? I think it's next week is the trivia night. So those are some of the things coming up. Who do we have out there who wants to talk about? Tomorrow night is trivia, Gerry says. Okay, so tomorrow night is trivia night, and that's at 7:30 on the repeater, and that's always a fun time. So who wants to share what their cocktail of choice is for a Cinco de Marzo to get ready for St. Patrick's Day? And if you have a multiple personality, come tell us about it. We'd be interested in meeting all of your different personalities. I say that because it's Multiple Personality Day. This is W6EWF. This is the Coffee Break Net. Who's out there? Well, wow, everybody's off doing stuff. That's what happens when there's a nice sunny day. People go out and do stuff. I will hang around for a while, but if I don't have anybody talking to me, we will go have breakfast. This is W6EWF. This is the Coffee Break Net. Who's out there?
KA6UAI.
KI6TC.
Okay, well, good morning, Glenn, KI6TC, and Ron, KA6UAI. What's up with you this morning, Ron?
Well, I'm always out here. I was just reading so intently, I didn't realize that no one was talking to you. I heard that last little bit, so I thought I would jump in. But, sitting here working.
Very good. What are you reading?
Oh, client and other emails. A couple of things from trustees that I've been waiting to hear from, and of course, some of them might require a vociferous reply because they're not doing what I want them to do. But of course, clients send a lot of information, and I am my own secretary for the most part. Lori does the pleading preparation, but not the secretarial. So I'm doing the intake and output things for emails and all of that sort of thing. And since emails are a lot easier than real mail, I now get a lot more of them for little reason than I used to get things in the mail.
Yes. That's sad. You have to high grade your own mail. I guess that works for you, but yeah, nobody intervening between you and the horde out there.
Yes, well, I remember in particular one office, two offices we had where the receptionist answered the phone, and sometimes then it went, if it was a question about paperwork or information, it would go to the secretary, and if that didn't quite cut it, then it would go to Lori, and she would normally deal with it, and the maybe 5% of the phone calls or mail that came in that nobody had an answer to, then I would get it. And back then, of course, it was easy to multitask. At one point, we had our office in one big room with a dividers for my office and other things that were in there, equipment and things like that. And it was we used the old Microsoft Messenger, and so Lori would be on the phone with a client, and I could hear her, and I could hear that she was having an issue finding an answer to a question. So I would just shoot her a quick messenger and give her the answer and keep doing what I was doing. But multitasking now is, I'm in the middle of something and I look around at something else and I go, wait, what was I doing a minute ago?
Yes. Well, you had a good workflow there. Gerry, I know from Gerry's office that that kind of thing is really important. But now it sounds like you're all on your own. Oh, Leslie.
Yes, well, sitting here, at home and staring at the radio off in one corner, out the window on that wall, and seeing the sunshine, and across from me is the wall of guitars that I might get interested in, and of course two huge glass front cases with shot glasses in them, and so that there's a lot of options.
Yes, you can take a music break. That would be good. That's good for your brain. And you can raise a glass to Cinco de Marzo. Get your liver ready for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, and of course, right behind me on a little floor stand is the concert-size ukulele, and I can grab that and do a few chords and lose track of everything that I was supposed to be doing. So, a lot of options, and that's how it works. And that's why it probably takes me all day to get this stuff done. But let me get back to that, and it sounds like you're starting to gather at least a small crowd, and maybe some people will wake up when they hear lots of people talking on the radio and jump in. Everyone have a great rest of the week, what is left of it, and we'll slide into Aloha Friday and the weekend here pretty soon. KA6UAI, have a great day, 7-3.
You have a great day, too. Thanks for checking in. KI6TC, Glenn, good morning. What are you up to today?
Well, good morning, Theta, Gerry, and Annette. I'm still rubbing my eyes, scratching my head, and sipping coffee. Haven't figured it out yet. And I don't even have anything to talk about. So what am I doing here? Well, maybe you can rustle up a thought or two. Back to you.
Oh, very good. Well, that's okay. We don't necessarily have to have anything important to talk about in order to talk for any length of time. I was laughing yesterday when Kathy was on, and she was talking about the squirrel that raised her bird feeder, and I looked out my window, and there was that damn squirrel raiding my bird feeder. So Rocky has learned the word squirrel, and there's not a prayer that he's ever going to catch that squirrel, but he knows now that that's a fun thing to do, is go out and chase that squirrel.
Yeah, those squirrels must be related somehow. But, yeah, I've had squirrels come into my house, up to my easy chair, and take peanuts out of my hand. I've never been bothered by squirrels in any way. They were just fun. And they've disappeared. I think somebody in the neighborhood doesn't like squirrels, and probably poisoned them or how they got rid of them. I don't know. But you used to have a lot of squirrels. You used to have more life around here, more birds, and not the bees I used to see. And there was another beautiful thing was the orange dragonflies. They used to frequent my backyard, and I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know either. We usually have a dragonfly hatch in May or June, and they are beautiful. I'm going to try and get some pictures this year. Been playing with my camera more, and I really enjoy that. I did look down at the pond yesterday, and there must have been 20 turtles sitting out on the edge of the pond basking in the sun. So we do still have quite a wildlife here, and I appreciate that.
Well, that's most interesting. Now that pond, I've seen it, and it's kind of there all by itself. And where do the turtles come from? How do they find that pond? And how long has that pond been there?
Well, that's the spring, so that pond has been there forever. And we all got together and dug it out a few years ago. It eventually silts in and it slows down the spring filling, but it's going good now, and with the rain, it is up right at the top. But those turtles, that we've always seemed to have had turtles, and we have the small fish, the carp, what are they called? The crappie, and what other kinds of turtles or fish do we have down there? I think there are even some bass in there, which is not good for the ducklings because a big bass will eat ducklings, so that's not good.
What a fine meal a duckling makes for a bass. That might be a mouthful, it sounds to me like. Well, I don't know. The habitat has changed around here, and I certainly miss. And I think it affects the oranges on my orange trees. Had very few oranges this year, where we get bags and bags full.
Well, this year we've had almost no mandarins. There were some trees that had no mandarins on them at all this year. So, and people have said that their lemon trees haven't produced as much. We have an orange tree that's putting oranges out. I don't know what the orange trees in front look like. We do still have plenty of bees. Oh, Gerry says they're loaded. They just have to get ripe. We have lots of bees here, and which is good, and lots of other things. I get plenty of birds still.
Yeah, of course I don't put the feed out in the bird feeder. This, let's see, W6EWF. This KI6TC. I'm not good at remembering call signs. What's your call sign again, Theta?
You got it perfectly, W6EWF, and Gerry says the rules are you only have to say your own, so you don't have to say mine. You can just say Theta.
Theta, this is KI6TC. Well, gee, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Edward is here, and he's here and can be very helpful if I give him something to do. So I got to figure. I've got an antenna string, and I'd like to get that done someday, but he doesn't seem to be excited about stringing another antenna.
Oh, explain it to that boy. He needs to do that.
Yeah, he's not very active in his own station. He's got beautiful antennas, one going one direction, the other, and he's got a nice set. He just doesn't turn that power switch on.
Well, he may have other things to entertain him, and that's okay too.
His big hobby is gardening, and he certainly does a beautiful job with flower gardens and vegetable gardens. And he's planting some fruit trees, and he's chasing away the deer.
Ah, the deer. The deer are worse than the squirrels. They're beautiful, and you love looking at them, and they're graceful and lovely, and they eat all your garden. They even, we've seen their hoof prints in the flower bed eating the flowers. So, yes, deer and squirrel, wildlife, you know, they just do their thing, and that's okay, I guess.
Well, I certainly enjoy the wildlife, and I don't know how to encourage more. I've had one of those critters called possums. I had a possum on my back patio, and I didn't realize what it was. It was in a have-a-heart cage, trapped, and it just looked horrible to me, and I tried to shake that thing out, and I could have just opened the door and let it find its own way out. But somehow that didn't occur to me in time, and I was just shaking, and he was hanging on the inside and going for the ride.
Oh, possums are good. Possums, they look funny, and they've got that snaggletooth, pointy nose, but they are great little creatures. They eat ticks. Lots and lots of ticks. That's their favorite thing. So you definitely want a possum to come around and clean out all the ticks and other things. It's a shame that they look so weird because they're actually much better for your neighbor or for your yard than a raccoon.
Well, the sad part is that I don't have the eyes to tell one rat from another, and I just thought it was a rat. So, yeah, I would encourage possums anytime, but also have rats that come out of the creek nearby here. Actually, it's across the street behind the houses close by. And they bring a lot of critters in, but haven't seen even that as of the past couple of years, or 2 or 3 years. Anyway, I know there's somebody out there that just is anxious to talk to you, and I better let him talk to you. Give somebody else a chance. It's lovely to talk to you, Theta and Gerry. I know I hear Gerry in the background there breathing. And I just, Gerry just drew my heart out at the last meeting. He was talking to me. I didn't realize who I was talking to. And then suddenly I asked him who he was. And he told me. And I was very pleased that not many people walk up to a guy that doesn't have much to say and say hello, but Gerry really pleased me. Thank you for that, Gerry. And I'm going to say 7-3. Theta, the Net, and Kathy Kathy if she ever shows up. This is KI6TC cleared.
Well, I'm so glad that you came in. Hang on. Had a glob on my tonsil. I'm glad that you checked in with me, and always a pleasure to talk to you. You're one of our special people here. And yes, maybe Kathy will check in and say hi, and we can commiserate about squirrels. You have a great day, and put out some bird food. Correct. You'll attract house finches, if nothing less, and they have a beautiful song, so it can keep you entertained. You have a great day, Glenn, and I'm glad that you checked in with me. This is W6EK. This is the Coffee Break Net. Who else is out there?
November 6th, November Uniform Foxtrot.
E5
6LUV.
Charlie 5, Charlie Papa Oscar.
And Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey will recheck.
All right, we got KQ4SDX and KN6NLW for a recheck. Brett KB6LUV for a recheck. We have somebody that ended in CP, Charlie Papa. Who is that?
Yeah, I probably doubled with somebody. This is KC5CPO. Short time.
KC5CPO, okay, got you on the list. And KN6NUF, got you on the list. Let me catch my rechecks. KB6LUV, you had a thought?
Just something to add as I was sitting here doing my recruiting work. And so, again, thanks to Frank, KB9MA9G. Oh my gosh, I suck at call signs sometimes. Anyway, thanks to Frank, I got bit by the fox hunt bug real bad this past week on the fox hunt. And I have since now ordered a micro Fox 2, thanks to Brian's tutelage. So that should be coming in the next couple of weeks. I look forward to playing with it and then setting it. I'll be the fox tender in August. So, good stuff. That's all I had to report. KB6LUV. You love 73. Clear and listening.
Oh, great, Frank. or Brett. They look forward to having you tend the fox. What fun. Let's see. Gerry, who is my other recheck? KN6NLW. You had a recheck.
Well, I'm joking here, sort of. I don't know who this KN6 is, but KG6NLW had a recheck. I just found out some interesting news, and I thought I would pass it along. If you want to experience a 2-meter simplex challenge, and it's nothing you have to do, no fancy stuff you have to do, no log keeping, no nothing. Just get out on 2-meter simplex and have fun. Check out the URL tinyurl.com/2-meter Sierra Charlie, 2-meter SC. So that's tinyurl.com/2-meter, then that's METER SC. tinyurl.com/2-meter SC. And take a look at the video attached to that on YouTube. It's quite an interesting video and quite an interesting challenge. Let's try and make 2-meter simplex a little more active. Theta, Gerry, back to you guys. I know there's Kathy and CPO in there. KG6NLW.
Morning, Frank. Can you give me the URL one more time? I'm going to type it in here as you give it to me.
Absolutely, Gerry. It's tinyurl.com/2 METERSC. So tinyurl.com/2 meter Sierra Charlie.
Okay, and here's a fellow with a shirt. Please be kind. VHF. Leave no man behind. Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks for the info. W6E.
Of course. Yeah, that's Mike, N2MAK from upstate New York. So there you have it. A little more info across the YouTube interwebs. KG6NLW. Back to you, Theta.
Okay, this is W6EWF. Let's see, KN6NUF. Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning, Theta and Gerry. Hope you are both doing very well. It's a beautiful sunny day out, and I hope you guys are planning something fun and outdoors and enjoy the weather. I'm doing stuff with my kids this evening, so we're just got a lot of things to do around the house and stuff before they go back to their moms, and doing a lot of choring this weekend. So with the weather nice, there's suddenly more yard work to do. So that's my deal. So KN6NUF.
Very good. Well, yeah, you got to keep busy, and there always seems to be another thing to do, doesn't there?
Yeah, always plenty more things on the list. So yeah, we got opening weekend for T-ball and auditions for community theater. So yeah, busy weekend for the kids. So yeah, lots of stuff to do. Hope everybody's having a great weekend, and give everyone you love a hug when you see them. KN6NUF.
Well, you too. We loved T-ball, and our daughter hit a home run. The ball just went across the field, and the kids just kind of ran into each other, or they were looking at the birds, and she went trot, 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 trot around all the bases. We still remind her of that. She's not a sport, and well, you got a home run when you were playing T-ball.
That sounds epic. It's those moments are the best with your children. I love that with mine. KN6NUF.
Well, you have a great day and hug those kids. Let's see. Kathy, KQ4SDX, good morning. I told your dad I was laughing at your squirrel story yesterday because I looked out and our local raider squirrel was hitting the bird feeder.
Good morning, Theta, Gerry, and the net, Dad. Before I go to squirrels, I want to comment on that T-ball. You guys just brought back a sweetest memory of my son. He must have been on your daughter's team. The song that Kenny Rogers sang, the greatest. He was the greatest pitcher out in the field when he was playing field, and he was pitching left and right. So cute, pretend pitching.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun to watch those little kids. T-ball and soccer at kindergarten age or younger. That is just so fun. So good memories. Nobody is yelling at the coach or getting upset about anything. Everyone's just out there to have a good time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, my squirrel's naughty. I still haven't put more food in the bird feeder. I'm kind of disciplining him. I just until I can get some black seed into a little tray for him on the porch. See if maybe that'll distract him from the feeder. Maybe putting it in a different location on the porch. Not sure. I really like my squirrels though.
Have you seen that Mark Roby YouTube about his squirrel obstacle course that he set up in his backyard? That's hysterical. And according to him, the nut of choice is walnuts. So if you really want to attract your squirrel, you need to give him walnuts.
Well, good to know. I've never shell walnuts.
He had them in the shell, and the squirrels just went for them. So I guess and actually that's probably good for them. They're one of the rodents whose teeth never stop growing, so they have to gnaw on things, and they obviously can get through a walnut shell.
Ooh, well that's good to know. I'll invest in some walnuts today. Yeah, I remember my dad having the squirrels come in and feed.
You're dropping out, Kathy. I don't know. You are dropping in and out, Kathy. But I did hear you say you remember the squirrel coming into the house.
Comment?
Go ahead, Ed.
There was a conversation about squirrels recently, I think actually on the net, and my sister commented afterwards that she forgot to mention that we had a pet squirrel. Our last name is Gibson, and there used to be a little guy named Henry Gibson on Laugh-In, funny little comedian. Anyway, we named our pet squirrel Henry Gibson, and so I just wanted to remind my sister that she meant to mention that, talking about squirrels.
Well, yeah, how fun that you had a squirrel that was so tame and so confident in himself that he could actually come in and hang out with you.
Comment?
Go ahead, Glenn.
Well, just to tell you, I don't know if it's going to make it back in or not. Maybe she wants to cover this, but I want to say about Henry. He'd be at one end of the yard, and I'd put my hand down and rustle the grass, and he'd just come flying and grab onto my hand and just hang on. And anyways, very playful. And Henry used to go up to the top of the garden. It was a terrace garden, and he'd go to the top to the fence up there and meet another squirrel. And but he'd always come back until one day he fell in love and never came back.
Well, at least he had a happy reason for leaving. Go take care of his family.
It's KI6TC. I hope Kathy gets back in there.
This is KQ4SDX. Yeah, I lost you for a minute. I'm on the freeway on I-24 headed to Chattanooga for a quilt management meeting, serving on the board for the next 2 years. But yeah, I've spoken about Henry before on the air, so I didn't think to talk about him some more. But I love that memory. Those were good times. I'm wondering who named him Henry. Dad, did you name him Henry?
Probably Edward.
Love the name. There's a Henry's lubrication business or something somewhere along our travels, and I love the name Henry.
Well, let's see. You've named your resident Squirrel, haven't you? Is he a Henry the second, or do you have another name for him?
Oh no, he's Stretch, because he's really far to get the bird feeder.
I see. Well, I think mine is named Rocky. There's a squirrel. Get him. Yeah. Good boy, Rocky. Speaking of names, I had a good experience yesterday where I was talking about dehydrating sourdough. I have not named my sourdough, but my girlfriend calls hers Sam, which was my childhood dog's name, which I love. And then I was telling my girlfriend, you got to name your sourdough. I just gave her some starter, and she goes, oh, I think I'll call it Lola. Guess what Lola wants, Lola gets.
I don't know, but we had met a Lola that's a physical therapist here in Tennessee, and it actually cracked me up. But she just loves the name Lola. She loves saying Lola, so I think it's a perfect name for her sourdough. But I'm excited about this dehydration process. All I did was spread it really thin onto a cookie sheet with a silicone mat. I did that before I went to bed last night, spread it out nice and thin, and when I woke up, it looked like the desert floor, nice and cracked up good. So it'll probably take 3 days to fully dehydrate, but it's going to be much easier than I thought. And then to rehydrate it, you just start feeding it flour and water like normal.
Well, that might make it a lot easier to keep. You could just break a piece off and rehydrate it and use it. Of course, you have to figure out how much you need to break off for a loaf of bread, but that might make it easier.
Yeah, it certainly gives insurance to the starter. What did I want to say? Breaking it off, I think I would use the whole amount because oh, maybe not. You're right. Because I used my whole jar, where I would normally just take a tablespoon and feed a quarter cup and a quarter cup flour water. But yeah, you're right. That might be a challenge a little bit.
Well, you're going to have to experiment with us and give us a report.
I will. I'm pretty excited about it. They can make it so scientific with grams of measurement and so difficult sometimes, and then they can make it really simple. And I just asked GPT how to make the best, easiest method of dehydration of sourdough starter, and that's what it gave me. So it's like, yay, okay. I'm going to send it first to Brian because he's the first one to ask, and I might have to test one out for myself too, just to make sure I gave him good stuff.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
The thought occurred to me that SKI6TC. The thought occurred to me that poor, small areas of the starter to dry, to dehydrate, just enough for a batch, and then maybe you get an idea what I'm trying to say. Back to you, Theta.
Yeah, it's going to have to be an experiment. And like I say, Kathy, you'll have to give us all the information, so we will all benefit from your wisdom and trial and error.
Yeah, we'll do. I think it's probably a quarter of the dehydrated product that you'd want to put in with a quarter cup of water, quarter cup of flour. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm having fun. But I just don't know what to name my starter. I got to come up with something that just really feels good. if anyone's got any ideas or wants to chime in, I'm willing. I actually am going into a meeting in about 25 minutes, so maybe I should ask that each time I check in.
There you go. There you go. Ask the quilt ladies for suggestions for names. Well, you have a great meeting and drive carefully.
Yeah, I'm parked now just to be safe. I kind of procrastinated because I'm part of the projects of my quilt group is on the board is to give our hostess a postcard each time they host a meeting. And we've had 2 meetings this year already, and we're prepping for our 3rd one, and we still haven't mailed out any postcards. But these postcards are fun. They're I started making them this morning, but you take cardstock and then you put white fabric on one side and then colored fabric on the other side, and then you stitch it all the way around. I don't know how to describe the stitch, but back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all the way down each side, and then you make it into a postcard where the left-hand side you just say thank you for hosting, and on the right-hand side you put their address and the stamp. So it's pretty cute. I'm looking forward to making them.
Probably you zigzag it around, and do your colored side actually have like a quilt block on it?
Well, I could get fancy like that. Absolutely. It would go through the mail like that, but the one I received a couple of days ago was just really colorful fabric. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll take the time to do that because I've got real quilts to get going.
Comment for Cassie?
Very, very good. Yes, I understand the quilt issue. I have one to work on that has frustrated me so much that I think I don't have a quilt. I think I have like 3 or 4 pillow covers. Anyway, I'll use it for something.
Yeah, neat. I'm in the middle of creating my daughter's quilt. I was rushing to get it started for her at Christmas, and then she fell sick when she was visiting us. She wanted to help me with it. And then now it's just kind of sat there, and I've done other things. That's the beauty of hobbies. You can just pick them up when you want.
A comment for Cassie.
Well, have fun at your meeting.
Thank you. Theta, I think someone's trying to make a comment.
Go ahead, comment.
Thank you for hearing me, Kathy. Yeah, I tried a couple times there. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. Kathy, I got a few clever names for you depending upon your taste in music and your taste in humor here. The Yeasty Boys, Bread Zeppelin, or Whiskey 6 Bread. Yeah, got to get a call sign for that starter dough there. Or, Bread Pitt.
Cute. I'm more of a Tom Selleck, but cute ideas. I'll have to give those consideration. That's pretty clever.
I thought you might appreciate those. Those are a couple that I've thought of over the years, and they're interesting ones. All right, back to you, Theta. KG6NLW.
Oh, those are dad jokes. I kind of like Bread Zeppelin, and you could call it Zepp.
Hey, we're on to something there. When this is another story. I am loving this conversation this morning. My dad gifted me a Gibson guitar when I was a teenager, and I taught myself measure by measure, Stairway to Heaven, and I performed that at the talent show, and it's still a treasure to me today. And that guitar is one of the most precious gifts I've ever received, and I need to pick that hobby up, and get going on that one too. So I really went to the Bread Zeppelin also, and Zepp is a part. This is good stuff, guys.
There you go. You throw out challenges like that, and everybody steps up.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to get on to my meeting. You have a blessed day, Theta, Gerry, Annette, Dad, I love you, and Ed, love you too. And everyone have a blessed day. KQ4 SDX 73.
73, Kathy. Love talking to you. This is W6EWF KC5 CPO. Dave, good morning.
Well, good morning. Enjoying the conversation here. I office out of my car, so I got a few radios here to keep me company, and so I guess you can say I'm a, how they put it, long-time listener, first-time caller. But anyway, I just decided I'd check in. I love the format of this, how informal it is, and lots of great conversations going on here.
Well, that was the whole idea when Brian started this. We had talked about the good old days back in the 70s and early 80s when we would have these great conversations on the way to and from work, and then everybody retired, and so nobody was on the radio, and there was just too quiet. And he said that this is, he'll give it a try and see if this works. He'll give it a couple of months and see if he can get conversation going. And look what's happened. It's going on 3 years now, and we've got like 72,000 check-ins, and fun times. So we just like to get to know one another, and it's amazing. We've made really good friends with people we've never met.
Well, and the beauty of digital radio is kind of expands our reach. I'm sitting here at a Sonic getting healthy food for my lunch. Got a corn dog and some cheddar peppers, and thought I'd just jump in and say howdy. This would be a good time to do it. So that's why I jumped in. One of the greatest gifts we received, speaking of bird feeders and squirrels and all that, we got ourselves, somebody gave us a bird feeder with a camera on it. So wherever I'm at, I can check in on my bird feeder and see who's taking advantage of the food. And I'll tell you what, those squirrels are smart. They know there's a camera there. They look right at it, and got this distorted-looking face staring at you in the screen. It's kind of funny.
And they're just saying ha ha ha. I'm enjoying what you set out for the birds. And then those poor birds are flying around going, hey, that's our food.
Yeah, it's almost like they're daring us to do something about it. Look, I'm here, and what you gonna do? So, anyway, I'm just about to my next appointment, but it's been a joy listening to this conversation. Thank you for letting me join in, and you guys have a blessed day. I'll say 7-3 for now, and great net, very good net. KC5 CPO.
Well, Dave, I'm so glad that you checked in, and I hope you check in again. We'll have more conversations. Enjoy that corn dog. This is W6EWF. This is the Coffee Break Net. We still have some time to go on the Coffee Break Net, so who's out there? Someone coming in through N3 GMS is trying to come in, but you're just breaking the squelch. No audio.
Theta, if I had my guess, that's probably KA3VGM Jimmy out there in the East Coast.
Well, we can't tell. It's only coming in. Okay, try again one more time. Nope, nothing heard. Okay, anyone else out there who wants to check into the tail end of the Coffee Break Net?
Kilo Oscar 6, Indy Hotel Juliet.
KN6 USH.
A6 PKL in and out.
Okay, there was somebody in and out. Who was that?
Kilo 6 Papa Kilo Lima K6 PKL. What I'm on right now is getting ready to turn it off and change. That's K6 PKL.
Okay, K6VEL, I'll put you in as an in and out. Let's see, we got K4LGI and KN6USH and KO6IHJ. So, good morning, Larry. How are things going with you? What new project are you working on?
Good morning, Theta, Gerry, Rocky, and Mizo out there in the woods. Hey, what the project is, I'm watching my Elmer with one hand on a lollipop microphone and his right hand going crazy on the knobs on the Henry machine over there. He's tuning it up from 40 right now, and boy, this thing is beautiful. It's looking at about 1,200 watts right now on the meter.
Oh, brighter than the sun. You'll be talking to yourself for going all the way around the world.
I think your man's crazy because right next to him on the left-hand side on the same bench is a Quadra amp from Yaesu, and there's a Henry over here he's working on. There's another amp over on the floor. There's tubes for it. Theta, this man is crazy, I tell you.
Tell him work on one thing at a time and get it finished. Let's see. No, never mind. I know the state of his brain. Today is Multiple Personality Day, and I have to admit that that might apply to Tom.
I'm not going to fact check that because he's too close to me and he's in swinging distance. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day. Get back. I'm almost to the end of the net here, so you're doing a great job. Awesome, always. Hi, Gerry in the background. Everybody have a blessed day. This is Kilo Oscar 6, Indy Hotel Juliet. I get back to work. 7-3.
Very good. Well, I hope you actually make some contacts with those magic radios. 7-3, Larry. This is W6EK KN6USH. Good morning.
Good morning, Theta. Good morning, Gerry. Good morning, everyone. This is Mike, KN6USH. Finally got this load hooked up and just got on the 5, so running north for up to Red Bluff and then get to go home. So that's about all I got going on today. And one other little thing is when I went down to the shop last week, they put a new camera in my windshield, or up on my windshield, that monitors everything going on with the truck.
Can you see, if it's telling you plane behind you or anything, or is it just on behalf of the trucking company?
Yeah, it's on behalf of the trucking company. It's got 4 lenses. 1 points forward, 1 points to the left, 1 points to the right, and 1 directly back into the cab. But they say they have that turned off, which is nice. But just for my own comfort, I put tape over the lens.
Well, that's a good thing, maybe. Yep. You don't want them checking up on you. I'm sure that they want to do that, checking up on you. They'll probably take the cover off when they look at it.
Well, it must have an AI behind it because it reads speed signs posted on the side of the road, like 55 or 65, and it talks to you. But I haven't heard it say anything to me yet. So this morning I was talking to the office, and I had them check to see if there was any alerts or deviation by driving, and they said, no, we don't see anything.
Well, that's a good thing. It's nice that you have that resource where you can find out before you get into that dead stopped mile-long traffic jam that you need some changes in your route to keep moving.
Yeah, absolutely. One other thing I find interesting is something that the other camera before this one didn't give us was a ranking. So there's like 3,200 drivers in the company, and company-wide they can rank you as far as your performance, driving safety, and then you can break it down to or to your terminal, and you can even get a little more specific than that. For what I do, I'm ranked number 1.
Well, very good, Mike. We expect nothing less of you.
Well, I expect nothing less from myself also, but, it did present more of a challenge for me, and that can be kind of tedious, but now that I'm out here on the open road, it's a little more relaxing. It's just getting through commute traffic in the morning or the afternoon that is kind of difficult.
Oh man, yeah. Getting through commute traffic in a passenger car is bad enough, but we understand very well the joys and the challenges of commute traffic with a large vehicle. It's like you're invisible.
Yeah, they monitor things like following distance, which creates alerts, hard braking, abrupt turning, of all things, G-forces, I guess, when you go around curves. So, it's slow and go, right? And take it and just be the last one in line. That way everybody else is in front of you. You can see what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. Well, drive carefully, and you know what I'm going to say, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I see lots of them, so I'll be watching out for the crazies.
I've become very predictable. Well, you drive carefully, and I hope you have a good trip up to Red Bluff and back, and at least you got some good scenery to look at on the way up there. You have a great drive today.
Thank you. Beautiful blue sky and very crisp air, so yes. Nice talking to you this morning. You guys have a great day. Gerry, Theta, Rocky, everyone else, and K6USH 73.
7-3, Mike. K4LGI. Sam, good morning. How's Denver today?
Well, good morning, Theta, everyone. Annette here from Denver. Well, we're approaching 60. I think it was 59 the last time I checked. So might be pretty good around 1 or 2. Go outside a little bit and get some fresh air. Just listening in this morning, and it's approaching the magic hour, I guess. So keep it a little bit short. I put a piece of tape over my phone camera. I had trouble for it staying there, you know. It's close to the top, and it kept falling off. And finally, I learned to loop it from the backside up over, and it stays on there. So I know the feeling. You just don't feel like being on camera all the time there, Mike. So anyway, have a nice day here from Denver, and enjoyed listening this morning. Got a slight headache, so I'll pop on down the road here. K4LGI, thank you, Theta.
Well, I hope you feel better and get rid of that headache, and you have a good day. This is W6EK. This is the Coffee Break Net, and we are approaching the 10 o'clock hour. I will take quick in and outs, or we'll start taking log only. Who's out there?
DCO, in and out.
For the log, good morning. Kilo Mike 6, Mike for the log, please, Theta.
Kilo 6, Golf Bravo Zulu, for the log only.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Charlie, Sierra Yankee for the log.
Zulu, for the log.
KB6ED for the log.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Charlie, Sierra Yankee for the log.
Okay, I got Ed, KB6ED for the log. You have a great day. Glad you checked in and told us about Henry. KB3CSY, got you in the log. I'm sorry, W3B3CSY. For the log, you have a great day and take care. K6G Golf Bravo Zulu, got you in the log. I hope you have a great day. KM6MM, Mike, one of these days you're going to talk to me, but I've got you in for the log. You have a good day. And K6DCL, you're going to talk to me, right?
Just a quick one.
The time is 10 a.m.
Oh, you're having troubles. Try that again.
No, I didn't wait for my mic to come up before I started talking. Anyway, I'm in for an in and out quickie, just to say hello and a couple things.
Well, very good. What have you got for today?
Well, not much. I just wanted to say to you that I've got my new Yaesu FTDX 10 up and running and loving it. Waiting for a new antenna or an extension have my wire antenna to go up so I can act big boy. Anyway, it's a beautiful radio. Other than that, I've not heard anything from my daughter about my grandson, so I don't know what he's doing. I do know he must be at camp with the Ravens, but I'm not sure what he's doing. Anyway, they have a new coach, and all the attention is on him. And that was it. I hope you guys have a great great weekend, and thank you for being there. I listen to you mostly on and then some off, and I always missed logging in with you before now. K6DCL 73, have a great weekend.
Well, thanks for the report, and you have a great weekend, too. This is W6EK. This is the Coffee Break Net, or has been the Coffee Break Net. I will take log-onlys or very quick in and outs. Who's out there?
AI6LZ for the log.
Okay, KI6LZ. The log is not pulling your name up. Can I get a name, please?
Oh, sure. The name is Bert, Bravo Echo Romeo Tango. And I'm not a K, I'm an Alpha. Alpha India 6 Lima Zulu. Grass Valley.
Ah, that's why you didn't show up, because I did it wrong. Okay, good morning, Bert, and I've got you in the log. You have a great day. This is the Coffee Break Net. It's been the Coffee Break Net. Oh, KB7DFP, are you around? Nope, not yet, but he will show up eventually. This is the Coffee Break Net. The Coffee Break Net is sponsored by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club on the W6EK Repeater, which is located in Auburn, California, where the sun is always shining, the birds are singing, and the fish are jumping. Miss you, Bill and Ray. This is W6EK returning the repeater to normal operation, whatever that may be. Everyone have a lovely day. Bye-bye.